best crypto bargains right now. So there's definitely a lot of narratives out there, right? I could go down the list like I usually do, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to stick with the narratives. So on CMC, there's a lot of categories you can select. So let's start out with AI. AI and big data token. AI is definitely hot, really hot. And there's a lot of projects that are involved with AI directly. Some are indirectly involved, right? But nevertheless, they're all kind of part of it. So, I'm in the AI section right now. So let's see, let's sort this by the last, well, we don't have to sort it. We'll just go from the biggest down, okay? So looking at Near Protocol, they recently made a move into AI. They're still just like, generally speaking, they're L1, kind of like a mini Solana. But they did recently declare that they're going to AI, and it did help them boost their interest and price a lot. So over the last 7 days, they're down 16%. 16%, double digits. I'd say that's pretty good. Do I think they're a good buy? Yeah, I think they're going to go a lot higher. Same thing with Render. And I changed my mind about Render. Before I did not like them, but they've made some significant moves with their tokens, their token economy, their chain, which is on Solana now, and they are also involved with AI. So Render being down about 14% in the last 7 days, I say they're pretty good too. I mean, you go down the list, a lot of double-digit losses, but like Bittensor, they're already huge. They're trying to be a decentralized ChatGPT. They've been kind of stagnant. You could see even the last 30 days they're down, right? That's because they rose up so fast, but I think they're promising. The graph is also, they really have nothing to do with AI, but people associate them with it. They're down 16%. They're one of the big boys. Very useful. It helps companies create APIs for data retrieval, and they index chains and projects. So I'd say they're not really part of AI, but they are very useful. A lot of projects use them, so I'd say they're up there too. Now these next two, I almost skipped Theta. I don't even know. I mean, they said they're going to try to go into AI space. Is very early. I don't know if they're actually there yet, so I'm gonna skip over Theta. But the next two I do like, especially Fetch and Singularity, and down here Ocean. They're all going to combine. They're going to become one gigantic project. And that's really interesting. That's really, really interesting. But Fetch has been doing absolutely outstanding. They're only down 8% for the week. And Singularity only down 9% for the week. So even though they're not down double digits, I'd say they're still pretty darn good. And then you go down the list a little bit. Like Akash is more like a DePin project. And some of these others are more like DePin. They're not like Flux, for example. Flux down 21% for the last 7 days. They're DePin, trying to get into AI. They could be a good one. There's a few in here that's more like DePin than anything, than AI. So I would say Arkham, for example, they're data intelligence. They're not really an AI. They're very useful. Origin Trail is more like supply chain. Echelon Prime, I don't even know. Oasis is also a L1. AIZ, they're more like, again, they're like DePin. Akash is DePin. So DePin projects are also, I think if you create this narrative that the DePin projects help AI in any way, even indirectly, they're kind of like, bundled in there. I mean, they could be good plays. But out of the AI plays, I would definitely say I'm a big fan of Fetch.ai. I think they'll go in places, and the same thing with Singularity. But after they merge, a new token will be very, very, very interesting. I would say very interesting indeed. And guys like Near and Render, Bittensor, Graph, you can't really go wrong with them. And outlier, a DePin project, something like Flux, for example, I think a lot of people are overlooking them because they are moving into AI space. So they could be good. And also people have mentioned to me about Node AI. They're kind of exactly like Flux. They're in that same spot. And there's another one that's not in here. I think it's in another place called Nosana too. That's also a DePin project that's also getting involved with AI. So I think they're all good plays. There's a lot of memes out there. okay? And people like to shill them all the time. So let's look at the top memes, and there are a lot of them. And there's some surprising one. Like if you look at Doge, they're still up for the week, right? WIF is up huge for the week. You got a lot of these that are way up. Like bread is up. Cats in a dog world is up. I mean, some of these are just absolutely bonkers. Really bonkers. But, you know, let's start from the list. What do I think is undervalued? I don't know. Doge and Sheep, I don't think they're really undervalued. I think they're going to do better this cycle. They're going to get back to previous high and possibly break through and form a new high. But a lot of momentum is definitely going to go to a lot of these new players, right? For example, WIF. I think WIF will continue to get stronger and stronger and stronger. They're basically 4 billion. They're not too far off from Sheep. I think they're going to catch Sheep and maybe even flip them this cycle. WIF is just incredible. Pepe also has been absolutely incredible. They really shot themselves in the foot earlier in 2023 when some of the founders decided to rug and take some of the tokens away, and then they changed the multi-access key, or multi-sig key, I should say, requirements. But whatever, they got past it, and they're doing really well. So I think they're going to continue to do well. Okay, but they're very volatile. Both WIF and Pepe is very volatile, so you got to be careful there. Bonk, unfortunately, has lost all momentum to WIF. They're still up there. They're still one of the biggest memes, but they really have not been moving. You could see the last 30 days, they're down 5%, while something like WIF is up 157%, right? So Bonk really lost the momentum, so I can't really comment on Bonk. I don't know if they're going to pick on the momentum. Something new like Book of Meme is, you know, they skyrocketed recently. It's too new to say whether or not they're going to be a big player, but they could be. They're already around 1 billion. Something else that I love is Coq. I love Coq Inu. So they're one of the biggest, right? Around 300 million. I think they're going to do very well. They're going to be part of the next IFC fight. And then go down the list. There's a few others. You know, like Snek. I do still support them. They're also going to be in the IFC, right? Biggest meme on Cardano. And there's a whole lot here. Whole lot here.